we're here. Yeah, no intro tonight. Just because I'm pumped. I'm pumped that I got 2,200 Twitter followers. I am ecstatic that the AKA Pad Army came together to decide on what your boy over here is going to draw work on. Now, I don't know if I'm going to quite hit the coloring phase for this, because to me, this drawing is a complete mess. Okay, so bear with me. We have issues with figuring out the power sword. I want Adam, I want He-Man to be holding the power sword, but it's also cutting into the pose of Webhead here. Oh, hello, Mr. Sexy. We got Total Excellence all up in the hizzo. What's up, dude? I missed you. How is everything? But yeah, so I don't know. I just want to keep chipping away at this, and I kind of think this is a part of the process that I don't show off enough. And by that I mean like kind of like the grind, the figuring everything out part of the process, which is you have something, you may like it, you may not like it, but you kind of know it's there, and you just gotta stick through it. So you and me over here, and you over there, we're going to stick through this one together. Okay, we're going to work it out. Now, the crazy thing is, I don't know where my erasers are. I was going to promote a couple things, but I'm not so much in the mood to promote anything because this is the Twitter appreciation post or stream. So let's just get to it. I'm looking for any eraser. I don't have any. How do I not have any erasers near me? Is this? I love these, and I think this is out. Maybe we can get away with some of this. All right, so we gotta get back to figuring out the power sword, and the power sword is only going to work from this angle if it's tilted. Okay, we have our brusher. We want to clean our work as we go. So anyone that wants to jump in, feel free. Leave comments, hang out, show this to your friends. This is a pet-friendly stream here. Cheers to all of you. No White Claw. Just because I had a pretty nutty, wild weekend that overflowed into the weekday, the work week on Monday. So I really didn't sleep much. That's one of the reasons why I didn't stream last night. It was a struggle just to get into the 9 to 5 and perform to some level. So but I've been really dying to. I wanted to do these 2 Matrix videos. One was going to be about the art of the Matrix, which is of those books. It's like the greatest of all these art of books. And the second was going to be of the Matrix comic books. And I ordered everything. With plenty of time. Like, one of those 3 items came. And I'm so annoyed because, like, I literally thought, and both of them have been shooting up in value recently. So it's just like a little bit of that stuff. You know, and so I'm like, well, I should really do like a Matrix according to Peter video where I kind of just break down the Matrix theory, like to like somewhat like defining of what really is happening within the Matrix. And then all that Punisher stuff hit, and I'm like, I really should do a Punisher. It's like the 3 videos that I'm just really dying to chip away at is one's for Santa Inc., one's for Matrix, and one is for Punisher. And the Punisher one too is just more of a case study of just like how some of these characters are endlessly experimented on. And it really is like I know it's easy to say like the Dark Knight and even Spider-Man, but when it comes to the mainstream stuff, the Punisher really has taken a beating when it comes to almost like internal like strife, like reboots. VOH, FYI. What's VOH? I know FYI. Voice O? Is there an echo? My mic seems to be on, right? My mic's on. Let me know, bud. But either way, it's just like a lot of stuff, you know? That's a lot of the I'm not hitting the angle at all for the blade here. Why is that? You know why? Because I'm too close. I got to just back off just a little. And let me just. Your dreams online. All of our dreams are online, right? Was that reference to something I just said, or am I being spammed here? I might be getting spammed. There we go. Only a few times you'll ever see me use a T-square. All right, so the power sword kind of. I mean, to really market, right? The power sword just needs to be drawn. Like that's it. If you're going to draw Prince Adam, if you're going to draw He-Man, you have to draw the power sword. So that's a little bit like a lot of my streams when I do artwork. There's just so much that's pre-visualized, pre-figured out. And I started doing that just to make the streams go a little bit smoother. So, yeah, you guys really don't see me in a like oh shit panic mode stream where like the details just are not quite not quite there. But this, I think this stuff makes you stronger, makes you better when it comes to the artwork. Because being able to think, like think something through in real time, yeah, I think that's valuable. I think being able to have someone demonstrate that is insanely valuable. Damn. And keep in mind too, whenever like these things happen, like when you work on another property or a character that's just like not yours, don't be like there's two things. There's like sticking to how that character is supposed to look, right? Like you stick to like you hit the beats, you do the webbing, you draw Wolverine's claws the right way, but within that, though, like, feel free to add your own style, and I think that's one of the best parts of it all. Like like just one of the best parts overall of watching someone work on something like established. But the only idea that I had for this one really was Spider-Man being evasive. Because I don't see this being much of a fight. Right? Like how would this even be close? And that that doesn't diminish Spider-Man. But I think just based on who Prince Adam fights, like for example, anyone in He-Man's Rogue Gallery could destroy anyone in Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery, like to where a lot of that stuff wouldn't even be a close or fair fight because those guys, number one, can take a punch from He-Man, and a normal human cannot. So if just by default, if a lot of Spider-Man's villains are formidable against He-Man, I mean, or He-Man's villains, right? It would just mean that they could just kill a human quickly. So there you go. Yeah, and like, so maybe as a kid too, I had a notebook where I wrote my own like Masters of the Universe, almost like sequel series, and I'm pretty sure I have it scanned in. I kind of want to do a digital release of that. Dude, this is tough. Like tough kind of figuring out some of this. I kind of wanted to do Spider-Man with the webbed armpits. I always liked that. I used to think it was corny, and like the older I got, and like the original idea too was to have like He-Man, like Prince Adam or whoever, like being somewhat webbed up, because again, like that's the only thing Spider-Man can do against Adam. This is a guy that essentially fights. He fights gods. Like the power sword is insane. So that means his enemies are more powerful than any of Spider-Man's enemies. So I just don't think it would stack much of a fight. It would have to be one of those things where if they ever meet up, like they become quick, like super quick friends, that sort of thing. All right. So the original idea was to do this my traditional Pentel, but now like the detail for this is just a little bit too much. But let's chip away. Let's start somewhere. Yeah, because we got we got 22 hundo Twitter followers. I remember when I had like 100, I thought that was a lot. And I always draw like my medals, any technology. I always draw it like I like it broken. I like it used up looking. Yeah, I like things to really be worn out looking, like just like mangled almost. I don't know what you guys like, but that's what I'm drawn to. And that's a big chunk of drawing. You draw what you are drawn to. I kind of recently posted too that earlier this year, every single live stream Pentel like brush pen drawing, which I mostly was reserving for Instagram only, I hated them. I hated each one of them, and I don't know. I was in the weirdest rhythm of working on those, or not, or lack of working on those, you could say. And I don't know. I feel like I somewhat broke that streak. Yeah, I like the idea of like just broken, abused metal. I just think it's cool. Like I just think it's uh just a part of what makes drawing so much fun. It's like, like you can portray things that normally would never work in the real world. Like I just love that. So the power sword. Wait, what? Dude, no. Ifki. Yeah, here we go, right? Yes, of course. Yeah, crossover, of course so. But no, that's I follow the Freddy guy that does he did like I think the TMNT Batman one. And uh his stuff's amazing. Freddie Williams, I think, is his name. I wonder if he was the guy drawing that. Because didn't he do Motu DC Comics, I think? But Motu is so weird because even with that, it's like DC is just like obsessed with like multiverse. Right? Because like doesn't DC have a Motu like Masters of the Multiverse that I think Fragaboy was working on or worked on? but it's just like too much. Like, why? Like, why would people buy that? Like, why would you be interested in the Motu multiverse? It's like, I think it's funny when they get too much into the lore of Motu also. Like, where they just explain too much and you're just like, oh, I just kind of like, I just want the silly ideas, please. Like, I don't want this. Everything needs to be explained and believable, like angle. All right, so I think, say it with me. I think we have the Power Sword somewhat in order, my friends. Right? I think. So one of my other ideas too was to do another, like, a marathon stream of all, I guess, like the little artwork that I feel like I owe people, just based on conversations and tweets. Some of them are DMs, some of them are private conversations, and some of them are public ones. But to kind of do that as a little bit of a, like, pre New Year's resolution, I thought that would be fun. But I love the, like, there's stuff about crossovers that I absolutely love. And then there's the idea of, like, oh, like, I get it, like, we're just trying to sell something. And there's a little bit of that griminess to it. Like, here, like, we're just putting two things together. We know you people, you little crackheads out there are going to want to purchase. So we'll make it collectible. Yeah, Harry. Harry. I'm so happy you are here, dude. So TBF. Here's a preview of the next update. So right here we got TBF. The trading cards. These are to be included with the with all orders. So I'm doing a round of new cards just for the orders that are outstanding, because there might be an overall shift in the comic. Okay, meaning the value I think that the comic has. Okay, but Harry, dude, no, thank you, bud, thank you. Yeah, Freddie Williams. Yeah, I'll go through his account. I'll check it out, because he's like so good with social media too. I love his account. And I think he was on, like, wasn't he on Red Letter Media once or twice? It's like, what's Freddie Williams doing on Red Letter Media? But yeah, and everyone, dude, we have major TBF, like, stuff updates, stuff coming. I'm like, huge investment, like, on my end, on to really get this monkey off my back. So I cannot wait. Oh yeah, I wonder how much they go. Like, how much? How much? Do you know how much? His stuff's gotta be like 300 to 600, easy. Yeah. So TBF also, there's going to be so much. I've been, like, stealing time away from the 9 to 5, because somewhat, like, the coffee shops are a little bit back in Philly. So I kind of steal time away from the 9 to 5, and I'll go remote, and I'll work on Try by Fire desktop publishing stuff during the workday, and that is a preview of what to expect. Okay, guys, all of you, I love you. Thank you so much for sticking with me when it comes to Trial by Fire. But fuck it, man. Like uh I was kind of you know, I tried to do something cute with figuring out a way to like cross promote everything. So I was like, well, I'll just jumpstart a new project and make a little bit of a sacrifice with that, but it doesn't matter. Look, guys, even here. Look, major page here for TBF, just major page. This is one of those like storyline filler pages that I wanted like a little bit more explanation. So this next page will be a splash page. It's going to be a splash page of Pitbull ripping right through the top of a warehouse or like a scientific facility type thing, and and for years I mapped the sequence out just kind of like in my mind because I wanted it to be more than what I saw other creators do with this sequence. So I'm just pumped. I'm pumped. I'm fucking excited. You guys got me going now talking about TBF. Hope you're happy. Hope you motherfuckers are happy because this was supposed to be a Twitter celebration stream. Yeah, here we look. Thank you, Skull Diamond. Thank you for see. Skull Diamond comes in hot with the book update. Yeah, dude. I love your lettering so much, dude. I saw you were working on that either today or yesterday. I always like on my phone, like I take the screenshot and I save it, and I always like zoom in, like pinch and zoom to see some of those finer details. Yeah, Skull Diamond in the house, dude. Dude, Heavy Saga, the Gators, TBF, or like Uzi Susie. We're going to do things. Skull Diamond still has a really cool anthology story. So I don't know, dude. What like everyone does anthologies. And I try and kind of get a couple guys to contribute, and Skull Diamond is the only one that So we got Skull Diamond. I will make good on that story. I don't even want to say what the name of the story is because I think it's so cool. I don't want to spoil it. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, but everyone does a fucking anthology. I guess most of the time, like the bandwidth for anthologies really goes around like a theme. Like, like, oh, it's going to be Zombie Wizard of Oz or something. And then like everyone kind of like jumps on that. And mine's just more like, like let's try and create within like a parameter and just challenge ourselves to really do new ideas, like new stories within the parameter, like period. And I just think that's more valuable to the conversation of like developing the next thing. Like you gotta force people to do new stuff. But now like what's like Darkest Image gets like all the attention, or they're doing a Brain Ek with like the Barry Windsor Smith one. What I'm not saying there's not good work in those ones. So the artwork alone is extraordinary. Like it's really cool. I love the way that they're organized and all that fun stuff, but it's still I still think it's a little bit low hanging fruit when it comes to building the next thing. Like we want to build the next thing, we have to enable ourselves to do it. So the Gators, Heavy Saga, fuck it, man. Like these are the books of tomorrow, today. Who's with me? I'm not digging some of these shadows, everyone. I'm not digging some of these shadows. Why? What is wrong with these shadows? Why am I not into them? Yeah, and keep in mind too. I don't know how many other people do this, but we went to a fun Twitter thread. Yeah, that really wasn't insanely active either, but we had like a couple ideas in there to doing this. Like, who else does that? Who else does that? What other creator on the interwebs does something like this and fully embraces just kind of like drawing? I mean, I really never drew He-Man before. I've only drawn Spider-Man a handful of times, but who does it? Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. Harry, keep in mind this came. I don't know if like you're up to speed. This came out of a Twitter thread, which is like part of building my own empire. But this is a part of like the thank you of the people who voted, like who got me to 2200 on Twitter. So it's a little bit of that. You're right. There's a solid point there, Harry. Yeah, I love the NGCE. NGCE. I kind of like that. Next Gen Comic Extraordinaires. But if we're doing Extraordinaires, we have to spell it out with three X's. All right, everyone? Three X's. Yeah, and there's been a little bit of like dark hero drama too. People, like people still DM me stuff with that. And I think people were waiting for me to drop the Dark Hero videos, which will happen. Like that's all a part of the future marketing for Dark Hero. Title soon to change. The Dark Hero stuff too is just next level when it comes to what I wanted to just do with that project. But Dark Hero is fully on hold now. Even like I'm working on it, just not posting. So I would say the posting for Dark Hero is on hold. But Dark Hero also will be the best way to get original artwork from me because I think it's all going to just go up for a promotion. So there you go. Yeah, and we're doing Battle Armor He-Man. Yeah, like Harry, like that. That's dude. I battle with that stuff, and but part of it too. It's like the for example, for like traction for to gain followers to get maybe something that will go viral and pop. Most likely, the best path to that is like for example, I posted a Grinch drawing, right? Like for Christmas, and that Grinch drawing got me more traction than anything Trial by Fire like would have. Okay, because that did very well on TikTok and did very well on YouTube Shorts. So the corporate stuff, the people look if you want to consider like look at it differently, and let me know if I'm like maybe seeing it a little bit wrong. But these guys spent so much time and money building up these names, right? Like Masters of the Universe. There's like potentially billions of dollars in building up that property. Okay. Why not just let me hijack it for a little to promote my own stuff? Okay. So that's a lot of my approach. But dude, like yeah, I mean I try and do more of my stuff than anything though. Like I do try and balance it for sure. Yeah, because I'm with you. Like, I think the last thing the world needs is someone else drawing fucking Spider-Man. Like that's the last thing we need. But imagine how much Trial by Fire would pop if I was employed by Marvel at one time. You know, like my name would have so much more street credit because of the Marvel comic book or like Disney connection. So like, you know, like you kind of even just with their reach, like you do need kind of just the name recognition of some of these corporations. Yeah, well, but I don't think that like is do you think that's the geez, Harry, you're really making me you're making me like question this. Yeah, like I almost want to say, Harry, like I almost want to say this is like a video on its own, bud. Um yeah, it's like why not just push original only, right? Like that's kind of what you're saying. Because promoting the like almost like promoting the corporations is yeah, I mean it's like I mean so I guess like that's a part of it. It's either like you're corporate or you're not. Okay? Like you're either all like you're some corporate but it's like what if so Harry, like answer this. Like what if I review a comic book? Like what if like like for example, like what's like or this right here. Actually shit. I feel like we should talk about this. Have you guys ever seen this? Okay. Um like what if I did like a live stream where I just kind of go through this and just to kind of like show it off, okay? Like like I can give away a lot of insight. I can give away what parts of the book are good. I can maybe save people money from buying it. If they just really want to see what the book's about. But someone could watch me do a live stream on this, and they can come away with something potentially. So, what can further CG, okay? Because someone's maybe inspired, but this is corporate. Like you see, like I think there's a little bit of a blurry line, but I'm usually vocal on why I'm doing things. Now, hold up here. Now I gotta get this. Here you go. Back into my bookshelf. But no, Harry, like you do bring up, like those are solid points, dude. Like, and they are real concerns, and like there are things I battle with. But the idea is to get attention. Like you race to get attention, you race to maintain attention. It's hard, even if you have a good book, even if you have a good team, even if you're talented. It's tough. So you do need a little bit of a push. You do need some help. Here we go. Well, yeah. Yeah. Hey, dude. Hey, I had a good time doing those 2 DC books last week. Like the Death of Superman, which really got like that got zero coverage, which I'm still shocked about that. But no, it's not just about roasting. It's about the analytics of the material so that you can make better material. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but look, there's people that don't do there's people that don't do mind blowing shit that get attention. Like the social media sphere isn't exactly fair, nor should it be. Like you kind of want it to be a little bit of a menagerie of different techniques, different marketing ideas, like all that stuff. You do want it to be like a kaleidoscope, if you want to compare it to that. But Harry, I thought what you're saying, uh, I practiced that. I did that for a long time, dude. Like you can go through some of my feeds and really see how much I've been pushing like original ideas and stuff like that. And but that doesn't necessarily mean you get like you're going to get what you deserve, even if you do something that just smashes the competition. But I do like what I honestly got like Harry. I think you would make a great editor. I really do. Yeah, the world ain't fair. You're right. But no, but Harry, I kind of like. I do want to. I kind of like. Honestly, God, I do like what you're saying here. Like, I think like these right here, like this is video worthy stuff here. But yeah, dude, like honestly, like yeah, I mean, like you kind of have to play this game. You have to play a little bit of this game. Yeah, and some of it too is like, you got it's like if you want the attention of CG, you have to do videos about CG or like whatever. Like, like you do want to kind of battle for that clout. And even if you look at EVS's his like stream, which I get it, dude. Like he populates his streams with people who have like they have a background in comics, but they also have like somewhat of a history of completed projects and like industry technical knowledge and institutional knowledge. But like what I would have to do to get on like an EVS stream would be to go beyond viral within CG. But doing a video on the Matrix and bashing the Matrix might do that. So like that's a little bit of the chess game when it comes to making your own content. Well, I don't know. I think some of that comes from what the intent is. Like my intent is to build as much of an audience so I can freely commit to like my books, right? So oh yeah, dude. Yeah, no, dude. Like, I'm with you on that, dude. I've been sitting on a pile of original. I have original cyberfogs, dude. That I've been dying to do something with, like video wise or stream wise, because, dude, I followed EVS's entire career, like before, before any of this stuff, and what happened with like what he's doing with CG and everything, dude. Like I get it, man. Like I love it. The your boy Zach, like all that stuff, dude. Like I think Zach is one of the most creative reviewers that I've ever seen, like in any medium. Like his predictions, like the stuff that came true, it's eerie. It's insane. But well, how about this? For Harry, let's make a deal, okay? I'll I'll finish this, and then we will when I color it, maybe what we'll do is we'll color this differently, and we'll make these two guys two original characters. We'll hijack. We will hijack the corporate part of it. Okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, like we're on that stream right now. But no, I mean, like, but you want the audience that EVS reaches though, or like something similar. And I'm just using like his stuff as a quick example because that's one of the examples we know. Dude, I have a list. There's plenty of other streams that I absolutely love that aren't EVS that are all about like comics and the whole movement that like I would love to jump on for sure. Yeah, we do. Yeah, but no, I mean, like, dude, Harry, I love that you're like even like roasting me a little, dude. Like, challenge me, dude. Like, yes, that's a part of the process, and that is also why you put yourself out there on social media because you want that feedback loop. So, I thank you for your service, sir. Like, and I'm not saying I would. I'm saying that with zero sarcasm. Yeah, but everything I'm working on, like especially some of this TBF stuff, is just I don't know. It's so much fun. I'm so fucking into it because there's like I said, like I've said this before, there's just the science fiction elements for TBF that I just think they're just fun. They're high. It's like high energy type science fiction too. Kind of like I guess maybe you can compare it a little bit to like super like you can kind of call it superhero science fiction. And to check some of your terms, Harry, I believe a shill is someone getting paid. I'm not getting paid for this, but I guess you can say I am shilling though. But all right, can we follow what's happening a little bit with this action though? Can I get a little bit of that? Because as I said with the opener for this, uh, I really didn't see much of an outcome with these two like matching up. I was thinking about doing a stream too where I designed a new Punisher logo just because I saw that one today and it just blew my mind. And usually that stuff doesn't even affect me, like it really doesn't. But every once in a while, like you just see, because even like the Superman changes that like affect me, or I know it's all future state stuff, right? So technically, like future state's not continuity, but some of it might be. I'm so confused with some of that. But I kind of wanted to do an exercise of doing a new Punisher logo that was like like kind of I guess like the requirements would be black and white. It would have to like someone include a skull or something like it. Yeah, it's good. You completely missed Harry Penn over here dismantling my entire life, but we do love him for it. Yeah, yeah. Well, no. It's yeah. I just want clarity, Harry. But yeah, hey, that's why. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no. I'm just kind of we're winging it right now. we're this is me. Like, you know what this is? It's like I had too much anxiety to even light box this because I just like wanted to get the sword right, and um I don't know. It's I cannot get the idea. I still can't process what these two these two guys fighting, and why and how it's even a fair fight. It's just not. He Adam would touch Spider-Man, and Spider-Man would just explode. Yeah, here we go. No, Harry, 1,000%, dude. One of my long-term objectives always with social media, it's been to let you guys guide me. And yeah, so maybe you're right. Maybe I should just go a little bit harder into my original stuff again. Okay, so feel it. Oh, it's geek too. You don't use Photoshop, right? You use what's that other program that I know I have too, and I want to say Procreate, but not Procreate. Clip Studio. You use Clip Studio, right? All right, so let's get this. We'll get the punch. We'll get the another mighty fist here. Yeah, and the point of reference here is that we are saying thank you for following me. And not just following me, but participating in my tweets. Uh my aftermarket views on Twitter are usually like, yeah, I think they're always like pretty good. So it's like really that whole crowd. Just a general thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I really do. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm very like I said, look, you can look at a lot of my stuff, and yeah, I'm not really I don't feel like I have to defend anything, but yeah, it's like, again, use the mainstream to fund attention for like your stuff. Like, that's always the idea. Oh yeah, yeah. So here, let's. So he's. It's almost like I want him to be like ripping out of like webbing here from Spider-Man. And as if Spider-Man is like out jumping out of the way this way, and he's like shattering this like webbing, while like the power sword is powering up. Like, I guess like I maybe envisioned it a little bit of like right after like I have the power. It's like Spider-Man webs him, and that's his last shot to win the fight. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do, based on our latest conversation, I'm going to do a round of Clip Studio experimentation for TBF, and then as I'm making the final approach for story pages, which are all um like figured out. Like I know exactly what pages I have to draw. Like I don't have all the layouts, but it's like we're just about there. So that's one of the upcoming updates too. Will be like a full layout dump for Indiegogo. But yeah, so the whole let's get back to formula coloring will be happening soon. I was just curious because I was watching one of your streams again, Ifki, and the just like the speed that you drop in like the flats, I fucking like I'm just like fuck me, man. Like I need that. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Cornelia. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's a little bit what I'm going to experiment here too. It's like I just want to kind of um like I have to be able to show that he's like shattering the webbing, which is going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, one of the things I always like to do too, I call it like dirty hair. I always like doing my hair just a little bit more banged up. Like it's just not perfect. It's like these guys go into battle with good hair, like and they come out just looking like a complete mess. Which is also like something you see in movies a lot too. Like messing up hair is just it's a visual technique to just I don't know, like sell the idea of motion, of movement, of drama. Like you gotta do it. But back in the day, hair was very much regulated via editorial. Like it was a little bit more difficult to add your own flair, even during like a fight scene. Like you had to draw the character had to be on model the entire time. Like the entire time, someone would be like looking at the book. But I would say the one artist that really changed my position, like on hair, like that really just made me open my eyes was Mark Silvestri. And I don't know why, because some of his stuff, like it looks stiff sometimes, but his later, like I think everything he did later really incorporated like a level of energy and movement that I don't think we've seen yet, like or since. Yeah, I mean, hey, let's lend something. Put your link in the chat, dude. Like, yeah, we'll have a look. Sure. Yeah, so do I have a window to do the spaghetti webbing? Like, I kind of my original idea too was I wanted to have him like twipping, like like twerp twip twipping, but I just we kind of don't have it. Yeah, Silvestri really is to go. His I've said this before. I may have even like Harry. I may have even shown you. Do I still have it here? It's usually next to me. But his one X-Men one, the the Morrison Here Comes Tomorrow or X's for Tomorrow. That he did like four issues of that. That is so his absolute best work. Better than anything by Liefeld, McFarlane, or Lee or Larson. Like, but better by far. No, because you know what? I got those. I don't know. I just saw that as a gimmick, and I hate omnibuys because you can't hold them, you can't like flip through them. I don't like omnibuys. I really don't. I'm not an omnibuy person. I did not even get the Cyberfrog omnibuys, and yeah, that would have saved me hundreds of dollars in regular Cyberfrog books. I'm not an omnibuy person. If I am, and you see me do a video on one of them, I'll explain why. But like for whatever like edition that might be. But I don't know about you people, but I'm already fucking pumped about this upcoming year. Like I am foaming at the mouth to get 2022 like going. Yeah, and we'll do like some of his his underwear, like his like barbarian hair underoos. I don't know what we would actually call these, but yeah, 1,000%. Because even I don't know, like his line work, like if you really want to compare Silvestri and Jim Lee, it's like Jim Lee's line work definitely like took another character the last like 2 years, I'll say. Like during COVID, weight like more contouring, like more shaping with his like his cross hatching. But I just feel like Silvestri does so much more with so little. And he understands like space more and his like it's like space and shapes. Like it's and it's hard to describe what the real difference between the two is because I think cartoonist KFAB made a comment that Silvestri's style changed with Image, and it's really not the case because if you go through Silvestri's X-Men work and you compare that to Jim Lee at the same time, Silvestri, who he was drawing 2 issues a month with Dane Green, so he was like more productive during his X-Men years than Jim Lee's ever been in any single month. And then it's like through Homage Studios, I want to say like they settled on their own house style, like to the point of them splitting. Like I want to say that the two of them decided on what their studio styles were going to be. So I don't know. I don't think that's 100% fair assessment. I think Silvestri is clearly talented enough to come up with his own like nuanced 90s style for sure. And we have to be honest. Silvestri's the one that courted and held on to Michael Turner while everyone was kind of like trying to get him. And Turner, of all of the Image discoveries, more than Travis Charest, and it's a pretty good list. But Turner really was the next big thing. Harry, I just like your Venom, dude. Like burn it all down, fuck it all. But yes, and I am with you though. Like yes, also fuck Kickstarter. Let's see here. What do we got here? All right. Let's get back to a little bit of Adam here. Yeah, and it's like I do want to do spaghetti webbing for this because you got it. So here's a question. We know McFarlane when it comes to spaghetti webbing, but what are our spaghetti webbing alternates? Like who you got for runner up spaghetti webbing? I got two. I got two in mind that I'm ready to fire off. And hold up here. I'm digging up my images on my screen so I can kind of here we go. Because I gotta draw this is battle armor, so I gotta draw the he H. Jeez. Harry, we need you for like a CG talk show, dude. Like, honest to God, man. Like, I love it though. I love it so much. Yeah, Mike. Oh yeah, Michael Golden. Um, yeah. Wait, you know what? Too, Harry. Did Michael Gordon do? Golden. I'm sorry. Did Michael Golden do spaghetti webbing at one time? Like before I remember I one like I used to have a mental note of like one or two guys that kind of did spaghetti webbing before McFarlane kind of got all the credit for it. And I right now I'm getting a brain fart, but I don't know if that's what you're referencing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, dude, Harry, I love where you're coming from, dude. We got it. Harry, do you know? Like, can you give me something for that? Because I definitely would cover that, dude, 1,000%. Because I want to say I think at one time I may have had might have been like Marvel Age, like something to that level that that Michael kind of. Sorry, I'm trying to draw and talk here. But I want to say like there was definitely one of those Marvel like promo preview type books that had a couple illustrations of his. Yeah, like, dude, that's there's a lot of that, dude. There's a lot. Technically, he kind of he kind of did that with fucking Venom. Even Liefeld did that with all the Deadpool stuff. Even though, like, sometimes they'll address themselves as like as a co-creator, but when they talk about the actual like the creation myth or like the creation side of the story, there's just so much left out. Yeah, but maybe Marvel Fanfare. Yeah, but didn't Marvel Fanfare 2 have a run of um Frank Miller Spider-Man? You know, like wasn't did he do like a round like Miller did that the silhouette stuff that led into Sin City, but he did like a round of Spider-Man for that? I should just buy a whole stack of those off of eBay. Yeah, dude, Liefeld, yeah, amazing cover artist, amazing. Yeah, yeah, it's just stuff like that, dude. But dude, Harry, I love the knowledge, dude. I love the knowledge. Fuck it. Yeah, leave it to us to set the record straight, right? Yeah. Nice. I love it, dude. Yes. Hopefully you have other books as well too, Harry. Like yeah, like books on anything else though. I'm all for reading comics though, but I like to like spread that reading time around though. All right, so we got. I think we have a little something here. So now is the H. We gotta do the. Did they change the like? Was there a theory that do we know like was the H purposely changed for the Netflix show because it resembled like an Iron Cross? Like, was that an actual, or was that just something someone even like might even tweeted to me? But that's a little bit of that ridiculousness that we were kind of talking about earlier. It's like, what? Like, you don't like something because of, like, what? But, you know, that is a lot of that, too. It's like, that's just the way, like, it's going to be, and just the way it is, because, you know, that's what's in power right now. And that's where it's like, you know, very scary. Yeah, and trust me, everyone, I was resisting to draw the regular, like Adam here, you know, or the regular He Man, because you know we know I focus on drawing nipples too, and I love drawing nipples. Just because, like, it's just from like a entertainment standpoint. Like most people don't expect that. Okay. Well, okay. Well, come. Hey, what do we got here? Let's learn something. All right. So this is clearly a bot here. Welcome to the bots. Now that's cool, dude. Harry, yeah, like that's a little bit what I mean. Like like I think that's a part of like the reading lifestyle, like the reading culture, like to really delve into things. I love it. Yeah, but I know the bots are coming. Yeah, it's like look, it's okay. I mean, at least like, well, well, that could also be a bot, right? Isn't this the exact thing a bot would say? Isn't this what a bot would say? Let's learn something. Put your link down below. Let's see your YouTube channel. Yeah, if you're not a bot, type 69. Harry knows me. Harry knows me. God damn it. Well, let's learn something. Let's see your let's see your like you like post a link to your artwork, dude. Let's see it. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. Such a such a smart bot though. They are learning. Yeah, clap your hands, right? Yeah, Harry knows how to break it, breaking the code right there. Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know, dude. We're breaking the matrix right now with this chat alone. Oh, nice, everyone. James D right here. He just sent this to me. The Steins. This is his. He is doing. He's like a one man army. He's doing so much cool stuff. Look at this. How cool is that? Really nice. Really nice. Huh? Like, but look, we were just talking about like Silvestri and Michael Turner. This is very Michael Turner right here. Yeah, Stein. Cool. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we get them. Sorry, I just got a football update. Eagles are playing. There we go. There he is. There's my boy. Yeah. Throw those links so people so James, so people can jump to those links with any type of replay for this, okay? Harry wants to know what a Stein is. You gotta tell him, James. When is James gonna get me to do a cover for the Steins? All right. We got like right. We got. Do we have a problem here with figuring out the webbing? Yeah, because drawing webbing that's like popping almost or breaking loose. It's not easy. It's a royal family. Steins is a royal family. And then look, and then we got the bot here just backing it up. I love it. No, Harry, the Steins is not a dildo. Would be a yeah, very cool stuff, dude. James, I love that cover. Is so fucking nice, dude. That the coloring, everything is so nice for that cover. Congrats, dude. Congrats a million times. You're making me jealous. You're making me jealous that you got amazing stuff to show off, and you're making me jealous that you haven't requested any AKA pad artwork yet. But no, dude. And then the audiobook too. I still have to get into the audiobook, but it's there too. Dude, like, you know how many times like people tell me they have stuff on Amazon and they're just like fucking lying? James is like the only person that had stuff. Maybe James and this one other kid. He had a book called The Freelancers. But I think that kid got kicked off of Twitter. Turned out to be a little bit of a weirdo. So like maybe that, like, I don't know. Like, see, I feel like maybe I should move the camera like a little bit. Like a little bit like of that. Does it look like he's busting out with the webbing? Busting out of the webbing? Yeah, dude, let's learn something. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. I think he's not a bot, guys. Dude, oh, really? Dude, I love it. I love it. Gabe's great. Yeah, dude. Like he did, man. I think I think he follows me on Twitter. I know I kind of like interacted with Gabe on Twitter, but how cool would it be if we could get Gabe on here one night? Because Gabe just kind of really was that. It wasn't even like so much of like his straight up talent, because like he's super talented, of course, but it was really just kind of like his connection with Superman and just kind of like giving up the like the Holy Grail. Like you people work their entire lives sometimes to get to that level, to work on Man of Steel. And I don't know, dude, like that was like a shockwave for sure. I just wish more people had his courage. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's like there we are in a, like, would you guys agree? Are we in a non-courageous time? Like, are we really in an age of like cowards? Sure feels like that. And even in Philly, everyone, like Philly is one of the crime murder capitals of the world now. And it wasn't that when I fucking moved here. Dude, I will. Dude, this is a part of like my 2022 stuff. Like, we're gonna be doing so much stuff in 2022. And I want to start some of it now. Yeah, yes, he did, dude. Destroyer of worlds. Yeah, dude. Let's learn something. You just start working in pen and work in pen as much as you can, and just you have to kind of build that muscle memory. I agree, Harry. I do agree. That's Pokemon. I love our. We got so many different conversations here. Let's just leave. Hold up, real quick though. Let's get back to this, okay? Let me just promote the Steins a little bit while I draw, okay? Let's just get some of this webbing here in order so I can hate it that it doesn't look accurate enough or tells enough of the story I wanted it to tell. But James, dude, thanks so much for like jumping on. Yeah, I was like happy you did. I didn't think you were gonna be able to, but I felt like we were overdue for a chat. So 1,000 thank yous, bud. Whatever you need me to do too, let me know. Like, I will promote your stuff. Like anything you have that you want retweeted, stuff like that. Yeah, all of course within reason. Right, like he's busting the web. I just feel like that is what they were called, like comic book language, as now that's becoming a popular phrase. It's part of the comic book language. It's like what do you? Oh, really? Only the admin can post links? Is that fucking true? James, I'm sorry, bud. Well, I'll get to your links after this, and I will definitely like put those out there though. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. We're doing a stream. I'll check it out though, Lens. Dude, I'm so proud of you, James. Like rocking and rolling, killing it. See, and you know what too? Like, I know people that really care about the creative history of comics. I remember when like it was like everything was spaghetti webbing, and then John Romita Jr. is the one that kind of came back on Spider-Man as like pretty much like a major artist, and he was working with John Straczynski back when Straczynski was doing more of a, I would say more of a classic run. Like that's when Marvel really had this, like they had their editorial with Spider-Man was so much better. It did end up like falling apart, as most things do in comics. But John Romita Jr. is really the one that brought back the crosshatch webbing from the Ditko days and the his father's days. And that's a side of the history that's kind of, I would say, like down the memory hole. It's gone. People don't even know to talk about that or even ask that question. But the crosshatch webbing is definitely forgotten, because everyone is just always on spaghetti. And I get it, spaghetti's cool. Joe Quesada also did a mean spaghetti webbing, by the way. For anyone keeping score. Yeah, so right here, like this is cool. Very cool. The Dark Goddess. I like your like the tone of your stuff too, James. Like the overall, like like kind of like the art direction. Very cool, dude. Yeah, let's get like some of these like chunkier lines going in here. All right, and now we got to do Webhead, which I will be drawing him with his armpit Ditko like canopy parachute. I'm not sure exactly what, right? Kind of, did Spider-Man Unlimited have these? I knew Spider-Man 2099 had them, but I think Unlimited had them too. They kind of became like an inside baseball, like super geeky reference for Spider-Man at one time. Now it's just, again, like taken for granted. People forget that these things kind of disappear for a little bit from time to time. Because everything we do now is just postmodern. It's just, it's a little crazy because it's postmodern. Like everything is always old and new at the same time. It's very fucking confusing sometimes. But the Ditko Spider-Man is the greatest of the costume designs. And then it's the Jerry Conway Green Lantern. The first Hal Green Lantern. And then, all right, so who was it? It wasn't Jim Starlin. Was it Jim Starlin that did the gold, red, and blue Captain Marvel? I don't think that was Starlin. But I would say those are your like top 3 costume designs, like in the absolute history of comics. People are like, what about like Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman? Not really. When it comes to like having a criteria of like just like creativity and things artists can do, and like part of good costume design, I think too, it's not the idea that anyone can draw it. I think it's when the right people draw it, like what happens. I think that's a little bit of what people miss when they talk about costume design. Like when the right person hits it, things change. Like, people did nothing but make fun of like the Stephen Platt Moon Knight. And I'm not saying about like the quality of those issues, even though he was like 12 years old when he worked on them. But his take on how tattered and destroyed that was, I mean, when Bendis brought it back with Finch, they went right to Platt. So like that's what I'm like, and that's how you gauge influence sometimes. Like you gauge how other people receive it, especially professionals, and what they do with it. Yeah, Peter Gill. Wait, Peter Gilmore, isn't that a musician? Yeah, okay. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Oh, no. I don't know, because I know for Trial by Fire, I forcefully don't have costume design because that's a little bit of the commentary of the 90s era. Kind of like so like the Alex Ross, like how Alex Ross used My God from Kingdom Come as a commentary of the 90s, like within that, and then they turned him into a suitable multiverse villain. But like the original intent of My God in Kingdom Come is a lot of that, like that idea is in Trial by Fire, where TBF itself is a commentary of the very era, which is on the page designing. So I have guidelines for TBF, but no real costume designs that I work off of. Oh yeah. Yeah, some of that looks good too. The Jack the Ripper. All right, so let's do. I gotta look up a little bit. Talking about corporate comics over here. I gotta do look up Spider-Man just to get to map some of this out real quick. And I guess we'll do some webbing here. Like he's also like breaking out of the webbing from this angle. So let's just yeah, I mean, I like see so like Dark Hero 2 I would say is Dark Hero is an analog for everything Superman. So every single one of Dark Hero's designs, other than his final look is like what I call his final form, not quite there, not quite really like announced. That's going to be pretty cool. That will definitely break top 5 designs of all time. I will say that. Uzi Susie, I don't know, maybe character design. I'll put everything from her neck up, character design like as there, for sure. All right, so I'm kind of debating if I should do the Ditko Black. Like the hold up here. Let's just kind of because I always love. I mean, it's a little bit of that too. It's like the John Romita side of it, because he did the Ditko Black. And if you guys don't know what the Ditko Black is, it's the Spider-Man is not blue. He's black. He's black and red, not blue and red. So let's just. I mean, maybe we can just do like some. I'm grinding. You guys hear that pencil? I'm grinding that pencil way too hard right now. Yeah, so let's kind of see, Yeah, but Peter Gilmore, I like his like the some of what I saw was just like almost like that airbrush. Those pages have like a very airbrushed quality to them that I just dig. I like the airbrush side of computer coloring way more than the lasso effects. For those of us who kind of like track that stuff. But I would 1,000% have Gilmore on here to discuss shop. Like just really so I can like pick his brain. Steal some good ideas. Shop ideas, not like comic book ideas. But you guys knew what I meant. So someone like that breakup at the ankle, like that's more Silvestri than like anything since we were like talking about him. I really should have just made this Spider-Man Unlimited. Like I keep thinking about that now. Should have been Spider-Man Unlimited. Because that show, do you guys remember? Like, it's on Disney Plus, but Spider-Man Unlimited too kind of even had like a little bit of like the X-Men, like mutant flair, like almost like the future of mutants on Earth from like the 616, which I even hate fucking having to like say that. Was really like in that show. That show was so fucking fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you that one, Harry Penn. I'll give that one to you, bud. I would give you a bonus points, Harry, if you said that looks flatter than my inking. Badoosh. Harry, did you see the new Far From Home? I'm curious if you're a like MCU guy though. No judgment if you have, just curious. I have yet to see it. But then again, if you go through my YouTube content, I predicted that movie like 2 years ago. So as of a reason why Sony would re-engage with Disney after their one fallout. So we're going to do a little bit of a Halo here. We're going to do some Halo around Spider-Man to pop him out, just to kind of get the like that, just a little bit more like motion out of it, and that Spider-Man is a little bit more visible. There you go. I thought so, dude. What, Harry? What happens if Disney buys Cyberfrog? What would you do then? Fuck the mouse. Harry, I want you on like every stream, dude. I love it, dude. I love your attitude. I love your venom. I love your knowledge because you actually know your stuff. You can be, and just a note for like future generations. You can be as abrasive as Harry is, as long as you know your stuff. If you don't know your stuff, then you're just being a troll. But if you know your stuff, people, you have earned that right. So we got like like a little bit more, like I said, like so maybe like Spider-Man just got done like twerping him. But we should definitely do a stream where we rename these characters, we recolor it. So some of this too, some of the whiteout you do want to go like back and forth on. Like you kind of lay down your whiteout and then you go back and you redo some of the lines that the whiteout intercepts or like overlaps. So you can add a little bit more character to the line of the like character like overall to the whiteout. And that just creates a look like just a little bit more of a dimension to it. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Dude, you're consistent, so valid position. Wouldn't that be like the wildest thing though? Like, do you think that day will ever come though, Harry? Like, do you think where it's just going to be like, like just like a management thing, and EVS might just want to just draw and not really worry about these other things when it comes to Cyberfrog, and bring on the partner, and that partner might be Boom or IDW. I guess it can't be Dark Horse now, right? Because Dark Horse is now owned by a video game company, I believe. That quickly. Which is fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, someone's got to buy these companies. They are valuable just when it comes to a facilities management, like facilities capabilities and stuff, like like being able to produce a comic and stuff. Like that's what I mean a little bit. All right, so I think we did some halfway decent shit here, everyone. Yeah, dude. Like I don't like, dude. It gets weird sometimes. It really does. It really does. You know, like I don't know. I recommended the Jim Henson biography. When it goes into like even that sale to Disney and like kind of the course of it all, like and his original intentions and mission statements and stuff, you'll be like, oh, like he would never sell, never sell, never sell, and then when it comes to like a management standpoint, like you kind of sell to bring on new partners that help you with your vision. And it's like, like I do see that as a possibility though, for sure. I think any property that gains that type of like traction, even the type of traction Cyberfrog has, is up for grabs within a long enough timeline. All right, so we'll run this border like right to the P and the 1. And then we'll do some white out around the Siggy Sig. And we always white out on the outside of the border to cap it off, to kind of really get some of that sweet looking boxed in feel, which I love. I love uneven borders. I really do. I don't even like using rulers for comical panels. I like borders to kind of have an energy, a little bit of a excitement on their own. Well, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I think this came out way better than I was anticipating. So I guess that is me tooting my own horn. Life is entertainment. Harry, you're entertaining, bud. So I would agree with that statement, dude. Yeah, and then be on the lookout. We are going to. We're still moving forward. With like a lot of the trial by fire web, like what's on the website side. Just because it's actually helping me organize some of the like um like the visuals of TBF. Like kind of representing things via web does help. So I can kind of do a little bit more through those posts on the website than I can through Indiegogo. But like some of them might be like a double post. So you might get like something in your newsletter, and then it might be like also doubled in Indiegogo. Yeah, and then like you kind of go back and you re-break up some of those lines. Webhead just being evasive. Which is the only move for him to have. We got to be honest about that. All right, everyone. 2,200 Twitter followers. I started with 0. So much of that growth is the community that we get people like Harry from, which we'll leave with this. Fuck the mouse. Yeah. So I do appreciate it. It means so much to me. More to come. More to come. We're going to be rocking and rolling. Lens, we're getting out of here, bud. Let's learn something. Sorry. DM me somewhere. Let's learn something, okay? DM me on Twitter, aka Pad, just so I can have your stuff, okay? Dude, thanks a million. Let's learn something. DM me, okay? See you guys. We'll